Hiya, my name's Jess. I have an Instagram account called Knit with Jess, and I knit. I decided to create a YouTube video, which will hopefully become many YouTube videos, just to show off my knitting, because how big-headed is that? No, I just wanted to talk. I live in quite a small area and I don't have like a local knitting group. I've tried to join like a couple, but they're often like sort of knitting natters with older ladies, and it's not sort of the vibe that I want. So I'm joining the YouTube community and it's going to be my virtual knitting group. I've decided. So that's me. Today I'm wearing my Roger sweater. This was a test knit I did last year. About October it got released, so I totally just cut this and added it onto another video, so we'll see how that turns out, because I can't talk. Anyway, I'm also going to try and stop saying say that a lot. Anyway, this sweater knit last October-ish for Mag of MagMakes. Said it again. The Roger sweater is a top-down sweater, twisted rib, cuffs and hem and ribbing. I don't love twisted rib. It's a pain to knit, but it was a test knit and I decided to do it. Normally I'd just knit rib. This time I did the twisted rib, and for a test knit I'll happily do it. If I was going to knit it again I wouldn't. I'd just do a normal rib, but that's just my preference. So yeah. Oh, this is knitting for Olive Heavier Merino. This one's Ballerina Snowflake, and I think this is called Pearl Grey, but I'm not 100% sure. But let's go with Pearl Grey because that sounds right. Yeah, so that's my Roger sweater. That's what I'm wearing. First up, for my whips, I have got my Stick Season. Sorry, got the yarn all tangled there. It's because it's attached to the ball, which is on the floor. Well done me. So this is my Stick Season. It's covered in bits because I've been knitting at it. But whatever. I'll show you the back because it's got these really nice seams. This is a knit I'm doing for my boyfriend. I'm totally gonna steal it though. I adore it. It's got such lovely like little details. This the main body has been blocked once. I just did a really rough block so I could get a bit of an idea for size, so I could get a more accurate size. I'm really terrible at knitting sleeves to a good length. I quite often assume they're going to grow more than they do, so I've made a really conscious effort this time to make the sleeves a good length. I blocked it slightly, got my other half to try it on, and then measured how much I would need for the sleeve. I then knit the sleeve, got him to try it on again before I got to the ribbing, and then when it got to the rib, it was basically how I did it was this bit, by the point it would get to this bit, if it didn't grow anymore, it would be the shortest length he'd be happy with. So hopefully it would grow with blocking. It would definitely grow with blocking, but even if it didn't grow that much, it would still be a good length. So that's what I'm going for. I've got this much to do. The first sleeve I didn't read my own highlighted notes in the pattern, and I did the increases wrong. So I was supposed to do the increases every 6 rounds. I did them every 8 because I'm a numpty. So I only did that for the first 7 decreases. So I'm doing the same again. I'm making the mistake intentionally this time. Careful I didn't drop any stitches, nearly. Yeah, so I'm making the same mistake intentionally so that the sleeves match. But I don't think you'll notice. And I think actually because it's a men's version, it just makes the sleeves a little bit wider, which I already picked up a couple of extra stitches anyway to account for large arms, but men have bigger arms. He has a bigger arm than I do anyway, so I don't think it's going to be a problem, and it fits him really nicely. So yeah, this is West Yorkshire Spinners Croft DK in Norby, and this yarn was a yarn that we hunted for the colour. Originally we wanted this colour with a tweed, but we just couldn't find it. We looked in yarn shops for a couple of months and looked online a little bit, and we just couldn't find the perfect colour. I don't know why we were both being so picky, but like we just were. And at a point we decided, were we even going to go for blue? Like, were we just going to go for green because we couldn't find the right colour? Anyway, I saw this and I ordered it on a whim, thinking I'm going to hope it's the right colour. And when it came, I loved it. It was perfect. It's not tweed, but I love it. He loves it. So that's nearly finished and I'm super excited about it. That is Stick Season by Rebecca Clow. Love it. Next up, I've got in my Rendell Fox bag, which is definitely not a project bag, but it makes a perfect project bag because it's got a little pocket inside. Anyway, it's not about the bag. This is my Norfolk sweater, which I'm currently testing for Iris. I'll pop her Instagram name in the bio or something because I can't remember her Instagram name. But this is a, sorry about the jingling, it's my stitch marker. This is a top-down colourwork sweater. Obviously it's not got the neck on, and I think the ribbed collar makes such a difference to knits. Like, as soon as you've got that collar on, you're like, yep, love it. Quite often I knit the collar like at this point because then I can see what it's going to look like rather than wait until the pattern says, which is normally at the end. That's what I did with the Stick Season. I knitted the body like probably halfway and then put the collar on so I could see it. This I'm not going to do that because it's a test knit and I'm following it exactly as the pattern suggests. It's the first Aran weight colour work I've done, so that's interesting. I've done colour work before, but it's all been on fingery weight. I think I've done socks and I started a Saskia sweater. I think it's all been fingering weight, so this is quite a difference for colour work. And I've really noticed how different my tension is. My tension is so different between the colour work and just like the normal one coloured areas. I'm hoping it blocks better. Whenever I've done colour work in the past and I've blocked it, it's blocked really nicely. So I'm happy with it, but I'm hoping the blocking just edits the tension a little bit better to make it not look like the tension's terrible. But I split for the sleeves last night. I stayed up to split for the sleeves. I just wanted to split and then go to bed, and that's what I did. This morning I've just done a little bit of the next section of colour work. It's a really quick knit and the colour work is quite simple, so it's, as you can see from this bit, it's sort of zigzags. You can, once you've got one pattern in your head, you can just keep memorising it across. I say that, I did make a mistake this morning, but you effectively can just memorise what the colour work pattern looks like at the chart, so it's quite easy. Also, it knits up so fast when you're knitting with a thicker weight yarn, heavier weight yarn. So this is Cascade 220. This is pumpkin spice, and this one I think is called natural. I think it's just natural. The pattern actually calls for a DK plus mohair. I didn't want to do that partly because I've had my plan to do a colour work in Cascade 220, and I was gonna do a Lume, maybe? I can't remember what it was called. I've got it on my knitting list. It might have been a Lume, I can't remember. I was gonna do another colour work sweater in this, and I'd sort of got my heart set on it, and then when I saw the test knit come out for this, the Norfolk sweater, I was like, love that, I want to try. So I applied for it, not really thinking much, got it. So I got the Cascade, and Iris was great, and she said on the test knit page anyway that we could use a sort of like Aran worsted weight instead of the DK mohair if it met gauge. It took me 3 attempts to meet gauge because I'm a tight knitter anyway, so I normally have to go up a needle size. So I tried the size that she recommended, no. Next size up, no. Next size up, hit gauge. Now I did do it on a plain stockinette gauge swatch, and having seen my colour work, I think maybe I should have done a pattern colour work swatch, because I'm not sure if I'm hitting gauge still, but I will check that at some point and just find out for sure. And obviously my gauge will be different when I've not blocked it. So that's my Norfolk sweater. I love it. I think the release is not until like August. We've got ages to knit it. ages, which is one of the things that actually drew me to it, because when I did this sweater, I felt like I was pushed for time, which was my own fault, but I didn't want to feel pushed for time because I want to enjoy it. So the massive long deadline for this was a no-brainer. So yeah, August, hopefully it'll be released, and I love it. Ooh, also, how perfect these, like they perfectly match the zigzags, like little gingerbread men zigzags. Love it. Anyway, I'm just gonna put that on the floor. So next up, slightly different, 2 sweaters. This one's a little bit different. So this is in the bag that the yarn came in. So this was a yarn and little bag that I bought as a set in Unravel Festival. So Unravel had a stand, Rosie's Moments, and they're actually local to me, which is so crazy. Never heard of them until we went to Unravel, and we got chatting to there was a lovely couple there who run the stand, and they own the company, and they live so close to us. I couldn't believe it. So I had to buy some. I had to give it a go, and it was such a good deal with this little bag and this skein of yarn and a pattern. I think that was everything that was in it. Was like £18. So good. So I'm not knitting the pattern that came with the socks. This is the yarn. I really wanted to make some spring just vanilla socks, so this is how far I've got. Not very far. I think I'm just making it up as I go, really. So I've cast on 64 ribbing. Again, numpty me didn't change the needle size for the ribbing. I just did cast on the ribbing and then just kept going. But I think, to be honest, I knitted the ribbing in the size too big rather than this in a size too small, because it looks fine. And I didn't stop, I just kept going. And it actually doesn't look like the ribbing looks fine. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, nearly 50, maybe 50 rounds of the colour work, the hand-dyed yarn. And I think I'm probably going to start the heels soon. When I see patterns, they vary so much. Some are like quite a lot shorter than this, some are like 60, 70 rounds. I never know. So I'm just going to do it a little bit longer. That's where I think it was comfortable. I measured it against a sock yesterday and I was like, yep, that looks right. So yeah, so this is, I think the yarn is actually just called Spring, which is a perfect name for it because it is spring in a yarn. And it's by Rosie's Moments. So that's the first sock and I love it. Cool. So another thing I'm going to show you is, this is a bag of all sorts of nonsense. Again, I don't know why I've got no stoppers on any of my things, because I own stoppers. Like, I literally saw some on the table earlier and was like, why are they not on anything? They're just sat there. Anyway, this is my Papyrus maybe top by Ullen Knitwear. It's not got very far. This has been just my like project that I take in my bag with me. So I have got to the sleeves, well, like the join for the sleeves, and I do like it. I'm really excited to see, because this is just double check, this is Sadness Garn Sunday. Now I wasn't, when it arrived, I wasn't amazed by it. I like the colour, really like the colour, but I wasn't amazed by it. And then I did a little swatch and I blocked it and I was really impressed. I feel like blocking massively improves this yarn. It's so soft when it's blocked, like the softest, loveliest fabric. So that's definitely going to help. And I do think it's softened up with working it as well. It looks a little bit messy because it's all scrunched up on the needles, and obviously there's no like neckband or anything on it yet. It's going to be finished with an I-cord edge, which I don't know how long that's going to take around all of the edges. Probably quite a while, because this is quite long going. It's, for a top, I'm surprised how long it's taking me. It's stocking that in the round on 3.5 in fingering weight. So I'm not really surprised, but I'm a little bit surprised how long it's taking me. It's a little bit tedious now I'm here. It's like Sleeve Island, but mega for the body. And I know that there's not actual sleeves, but it's kind of like Sleeve Island. I've only done one decrease for the body, but obviously it's probably wouldn't even be warm enough to wear it yet anyway. So, because I live in England and it's still cold. So we'll see. Maybe I'll finish it soon. It's, for now, I'm enjoying just working on it in little bits. It's staying in my bag. It's a perfect project for in the car, just taking it out of my handbag for if like I'm going out for the day. It works perfectly, but I quite often end up just carrying it around rather than actually working on it. Or I do like 2 rows in the car and then I just pick up something else, because I'm also one of those people that takes tons of whips in the car. Like if I was going out for the day in the car, I'd probably take 3 whips with me. I know it's crazy, but I just do anyway. Anyway, oh, this is it. This is steel grey colour. It's nice. I like it. Cool. So that's all the whips I'm going to show you. I do have a couple more, but I've not been actively working on them this week, or the last couple of weeks even, probably. So part of that is because I've only got one set of 6mm metal needles that I can find. I swear I have more, but I just can't find them. So, and I got out some old ones and I was like, no, I prefer my metal ones. So I'm gonna hold off, and when I finished my Norfolk sweater, I'm gonna bounce back on, because I am making a traveller's cardigan by Rosetta in Isega yarn. I think that's how you say it. It's really pretty, so I can't wait, but that's on hold for now because I haven't got the needles, and I'd rather just be working on that, testing it, get it done, get it finished. But I think it's going to finish quickly because I'm smashing through it. It's a really enjoyable knit, even though it's like the body and its colour work is knitting up quick because I just want to keep knitting to see how the pattern's turning out. So I think it's going to knit quickly. So on that note, I have got, I'll just show you the colours. I've got these yarns. These are just Lopi. I bought them from my local yarn store, which is the Lace Knittery, which is so lovely. So I've got these. I've never used Lopi before, so I'm quite looking forward to it. I don't know if they've got colours, like named, or if they're just like numbers. It looks like it's just numbers. I saw this blue first and I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. Like, that's so pretty. And then I was like, oh, what am I going to do with it? And I thought, if I made a sweater in just this colour, realistically, would I wear it? And I'm not sure. I'm quite a neutral person. I say knitting that Norfolk in pumpkin spice, but I'm normally quite a neutral colour. This is normally my vibe. So this is a little bit too much for me. So I got the natural kind of colour that, I don't know if it's white, off-white, I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I think they go nice together. So, and it's completely not summer weather. Sorry, summer knits. But I'm going to knit it anyway. So I'm going to knit the rug sweater, which is a really nice, like basic, but with colour work sweater. I can't remember who it's by. I'll try and tag it somewhere if I can work out how to do that. I'm going to give it a try, I think, with this as being the main colour and then this as being the colour work. I don't know what the contrast is going to be like because obviously this is not that dark, but I'm going to give it a go, I think. This feels very rough, but the idea of the rug sweater is to sort of have like a throw-on jumper type sweater for the evenings, especially in like spring, summer, autumn. You know, when it's warm enough in the daytime to wear a t-shirt, but then in the evening it's cold. Just something to throw over the top or to like carry with me for a day out for if it gets cold. That's my thinking of this. So yeah, that's probably going to be the next thing I cast on, maybe. I've just got to finish one of those other two because I'm so close on the stick season. Anyway, I've also got this. Now this was another purchase at Unravel, and this is the camels yarn. I found the camels yarn like 2 weeks before we went to Unravel, and then when I saw they had a stand there, had to go. And oh my gosh, I fell in love with the yarns. So beautiful. So this is like grey, white, beige. It's just gorgeous. And seriously, look at that drape. It's gorgeous. I got one skein in the hope that I could do like a one skein knit, like a little top. I've seen quite a few little tops that I've saved on Ravelry or I've like saved on Instagram that I think would be perfect for this. Something in the summer. It is, does it say what it is? It's 70% baby alpaca, 20 silk and 10 cashmere. Fancy. And it's fingering weight. So I think it's going to make a really lovely little top, I hope. Obviously I haven't wound it, I haven't done anything with it yet, but I'm so excited. It is unbelievably soft and unbelievably lovely. I feel like so lucky to own it. It's crazy, isn't it? It's literally a ball of, it's yarn. It's yarn. But I love it. I love it. Anyway, I'm going to put it back. Also, oops, a daisy, knocking things down. Another thing I've got in my to cast on list is, now this yarn was the yarn I found at Unravel as well. This is from the Knitting Gift Shop, which I'd never heard of. And I don't think they have a massive like presence on Instagram or anything. I don't think I would have ever heard of them if it wasn't for the fact they were at Unravel. This was the first purchase I made at Unravel. And it, I don't know why it just called to me. I think it's just quite different. Like if you look closely, it's got purple, blue, it's got some like yellowy speckles in. It's really pretty. Oh, it's unwinding a little bit. Anyway, you can tell I don't dye yarn because I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, that'll do. And now I picked up this, which is Rowan Island Blend Fine. I picked up this the other day in a yarn store. We were in Wales and I picked it up in a yarn store because it was half price and I'm a sucker for half price. I actually used this yarn in this Daft Days up here. That Daft Days, I loved knitting it, but I was on a deadline because I was wearing it like over the top of a dress at a Christmas party last year and I didn't give myself enough time to knit it because it was a last minute idea. And I finished it, but it's not very big. It does go over my shoulders, but it's so small that it's almost pathetic. But I loved it and I wanted to do another one. So that's my plan with this and this. I haven't actually put them together yet till now, but I think they go. I think that'll be nice. I think I need another colour as well. I think I need like a white or something. This yarn is really soft and really nice. This yarn is soft and really nice. This is merino silk. Yeah, 75 merino, 25 silk. So they're going to be nice together. I just think I need another one as well, just so that I can, because that's only 50 gram and 100 grams. That's only 150 grams. Now I need to look at the pattern to see what they actually suggest, but I think that one was made with either 150 or 200. I didn't use all of the yarns. I think I had two, because I had 4 of these, I think. 2 white, a blue and a green. So I think I had 200 grams, but I didn't use all of it. So I think I probably need another one at least, and we'll see. But yeah, that's a good start. So that's going to be cast on pretty soon, I think, I hope. I think that would be another nice one to take out in the bag, in my bag with me, like every day. Anyway, so sorry, I just waffled. I can really talk about knitting and yarn. Anyway, so I think that's everything. I've obviously got more cast on ideas in my head. I've got yarns, I've got whips in my head, I've got lists, I've got a Ravelry list, I've got an Instagram list, I've got a list on my notes on my phone, I've got a list in a notebook somewhere. I've got lists. I have no active plans other than those ones that I've just said to knit anything soon, but I know what I'm like and I've got my eye on a couple of things. So who knows, by the next time I do another video, if I ever do another video, I might watch this back and be like, Jess, you look so weird. Don't ever post that online because you'll regret it. But I might not, I might just do it. And next time, you never know, I might have some different purchases because I can't stop myself and I love yarn. So yeah, we'll see. I hope you loved, or at least kind of liked, just watching me waffle on about my knits. Now I've got to sort of work out how to edit videos and even add a YouTube video up. Don't know how to do that. Never done anything like this before. I googled this morning, can you make a YouTube video on an iPhone? And read one article. And that, I think that was what gave me the power to go, yep, I can do it. I can make a YouTube video. So I'm going to see how this goes. I've not got much hope that I'm going to be, you know, some crazy YouTube video person, expert with loads of subscribers, because I don't even know if I'm going to share this to anybody. But can you watch your own videos and get loads of likes and then everyone will see it that way? Does that work? Do I want that? Do I want everyone to see my face? I'm not sure I do. I'm not sure I do. Anyway, I'm being brave. I'm making a YouTube video and I hope you liked it. I hope you stayed till the end to see me waffling on about more nonsense, and I hope you come back again. Anyway, thank you. Bye.